Hello students, CTET is one of the most sought after exams for aspiring teachers. There are two papers for which CTET is conducted, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is for the candidates who want to become teachers for classes 1 to 5 and paper 2 is for the candidates who want to become teachers for classes 6 to 8. Now, if you are planning to appear for CTET, you must be well aware of the CTET exam pattern and syllabus, which will make the path easier for you. In today's video, we'll overview the CTET exam pattern and syllabus in detail while covering all the important aspects. So without further ado, let us start. First, let us look at some of the major highlights for CTET exam pattern. The mode of the exam will be online, that is, it will be conducted in computer-based test mode. The duration of the exam will be 150 minutes. There will be two papers as we have already discussed. Paper 1 will be for 150 marks and paper 2 will also be for 150 marks. Type of questions will be MCQ. Total questions will be 150 MCQs for each paper. The marking scheme will be that there will be 1 marks for each correct answer and no negative marking for any incorrect answer. That is, for an incorrect and unattempted answer, 0 marks will be awarded. The language, that is medium of the exam, will be English and Hindi. CTET paper 1 will have 5 sections: CDP, language 1 and 2, mathematics and EVS. And CTET paper 2 will have 4 sections: CDP, language 1 and 2, mathematics or science or social science. That is, the choice will be provided between maths or science and social studies. Now let us look at detailed exam pattern for CTET paper 1. The sections which will be included in paper 1 we have already discussed. For language 1, which is compulsory section, there will be a total of 30 questions for a total of 30 marks, 1 marks for each question. Language 2 is also compulsory. It has 30 questions for 30 marks. CDP, that is Child Development and Pedagogy, also has 30 questions for 30 marks. Mathematics will have 30 questions for 30 marks and EVS will also have 30 questions for 30 marks. That means for a total of 150 questions, 150 marks will be awarded for CTET paper 1. Now let us look at CTET exam pattern for paper 2. Language 1 is again compulsory for paper 2, for which 30 questions will be there for 30 marks. Language 2, which is also compulsory paper, will have 30 questions for 30 marks. CDP is also compulsory for paper 2, which will have 30 questions for 30 marks. The mathematics and science, which is for mathematics and science teachers, will have 60 questions for 60 marks in total. And for social studies and social science teachers, that is social studies and social science sections, there will be 60 questions for 60 marks. For a total of 150 questions, 150 marks will be there for paper 2. Now that we are done with exam pattern, let us look at CTET syllabus for paper 1. The sections which have been included in paper 1 include child development and pedagogy, which will include topics such as child development, learning and pedagogy, etc. Language 1 will include topics such as comprehension, pedagogy of language development. Same topics will be there for language 2 also. Mathematics will include topics such as geometry, shapes and spatial understanding, solids around us, numbers, addition and subtraction, multiplication, division, matrix, etc. Environmental studies will include topics like family and friends, food, shelter, water, travel, etc. Now let us look at CTET syllabus for paper 2. Child development and pedagogy section will include topics such as child development, learning and pedagogy. Language 1 and 2 will include topics such as comprehension, pedagogy of language development, etc. Mathematics will include topics such as number system, algebra, geometry, mensuration, etc. Science will include topics such as food, materials, natural phenomena, natural resources, etc. Social studies or social science will include topics such as history, geography, social and political life, pedagogical issues, etc. You must note that the topics which I have discussed, that is the syllabus which I have discussed for CTET, is just brief. If you want to get the detailed syllabus or if you want to download the PDF for CTET syllabus, you can either go to the official website of CTET or you can also go to our College Deco page for CTET, where you will get the complete detailed syllabus to be downloaded in the PDF form. That's all. Thank you. I hope that this video will help you understand CTET exam pattern and the detailed syllabus. If you have any further questions, you can ask me through the link that is visible on your screen. For more updates on CTET and other exams, stay tuned to College Deco.
If you like this video, do like, share, comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel.